We're going to talk about box and whisker plots. In order for you to do a box and whisker plot, you have to be able to do a couple things that we've already learned in here. First is you've got to be able to find the median. Okay? Second, you have to be able to find the lower quartile and the upper quartile. And then last is something new, you need to know what an outlier is. Okay? Now, an outlier, write this definition in your notes. An outlier is a number way bigger than all the numbers or way smaller than all the numbers?
Bigger.
Okay? No, both. It's both. A number a lot bigger than all numbers and a number a lot smaller than all the rest of the numbers in a set of data. So the things you need to know are what is an outlier, how to find the median, how to find the lower quartile, how to find the upper quartile. Okay? And when you're ready to graph your box and whisker, which this is a good example of a box and whisker, this and this will be your outliers. Okay? This will be your median, this will be your lower quartile, and this will be your upper quartile. And you'll be done. That's all the things you need to know to be able to make a box and whisker plot. Alright. Now we are going to use this set of data, 6382564,694, and we're going to make a box and whisker plot. Now your first step is to list this from least to greatest. So go ahead and list this from least to greatest. So step one was to order this from least to greatest. Shaq, tell me what this is from least to greatest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. So we completed the first step, which was to order it from least to greatest. Yes, you have to do this every time. Now, the second step is to find the median. Okay? So the median is the number in the middle. So when you have two numbers in the middle, 5 and 6, you find the mean of them, or the average. So you add them together, 5 plus 6 is 11. Divided by 2 is what? 5.5. So the median equals 5.5. So step one was to do what?
Least to greatest.
Step 2 is what? Median. Now we're on step 3.
Quartile.
That's right. First is to find the low. Remember the quartile, you split it in half, and this is the what?
Lower.
The lower half, and this is the what?
Upper.
The upper half. Okay? So the lower quartile is going to come from the lower half. The upper quartile is going to come from the upper half, right?
Right.
Now, the third step is to find the lower and upper quartile. Well, let's find the lower quartile first. The lower quartile is going to be the median of the lower part. So the median of the lower part is what? 4. And the median of the upper part is what? 6. So you completed step 3, which was to find the lower quartile and the upper quartile. The last step is to find the outliers. Okay? The outliers are the numbers way low and way high. So what's the lowest number here?
2.
Okay? And what's the highest? 9. So those are going to be your whiskers. Okay? So now to complete our box and whisker. So now we drew a number line here, and we have to number it from the least to the greatest. Let's not go from 2 to 9, let's go from 0 to 10. So on your paper I want you to number this 0, 1, 2, 3, all the way to 10. Okay, so we have numbered this from 0 to 10. Now remember from this previous slide, the whiskers are the lowest and the highest number, right?
Right.
So that's the first thing we'll plot. The lowest and the highest. The lowest is 2, so let's plot our whisker. I usually put a star. The highest is 9, so let's plot our whisker. Okay? So we've completed one part of the box and whisker. Now if you go back, this line here is the lower quartile, and this line here is the what? Upper quartile. So let's go ahead a slide. And what is our lower quartile? 4. So I'm going to put a line. What's our upper quartile? 6. So I'm going to put a line. Now, the final line we need is the middle line. And this middle line is drawn from our what? The median. Okay? So what is our median on this problem?
5.5.
So at 5.5, let's draw our median, and then just connect your box and connect your outliers, and you're done. You have now completed a box and whisker plot from this set of data. So there's 5 things that make up a box and whisker plot. What are they? Number 1,
Outline.
median. Number 2, lower quartile. Number 3, upper quartile. Number 4 and 5, the outliers or the whiskers, right? Okay, so let's look at another set of data, and I want to see if you can create a box and whisker plot from this set of data. Alright, so we want to create a box and whisker plot from that data. We already talked about the first step is to do what?
Least to greatest.
Order the data from least to greatest. Reggie, what is that going to be?
120.
120,
120.
120,
145.
145,
145.
145,
165.
165,
175.
175,
210.
and 210. So we have ordered the data from least to greatest. The second step is to find the what? The what? The median. The middle of that data. Okay, so the middle of that data is going to be what?
145.
145. So that's our median. Okay? The third step is to find the lower quartile and the upper quartile. Now remember, the lower quartile is the median of the lower half. So what is it going to be? 120. Now the upper quartile is going to be the median of the upper half, which is what? 175. Now the last step is to find the what? I like to call them the whiskers.
121. 210.
Okay, the whiskers are going to be 120 and
210.
210.
210.
Okay? So now all we have to do is graph our box and whisker. What's our lowest number?
120.
120. So we're going to have to go really from about 100 all the way to 215. Okay? Now I'm not going to write whatever one I'm in. The lowest is 120, so let's put our star at 120. The highest is 210, let's put our star at 210. Okay, now this is a little bit different because the lower quartile is also 120, so your line's going to be there. Your upper quartile is 175, and your median's what? 145. So now connect them, connect your whisker, and you have created a box and whisker plot from that set of data. So now today we learned how to create a box and whisker plot from a set of data using 4 steps. Least to greatest, find the median, lower upper quartile, whiskers, and then you have to plot it on a number line.